Good morning. Last time I talked about verse 4, chapter 4 of the Sefer Yetzirah, the ancient Jewish book of creation. And in this video, I want to skip all the way over to verse 16 of that same chapter, where we get a little bit of introduction into what something from something creation is. Now, in the verses in between, verse 4 and verse 16, most of what happens is the text is showing us all sorts of different ways in which these 7 double letters manifest in the real world. You have 7 days a week, the 7 seas, and many other examples of sevens that the text gives. Now, in doing so, it's trying to show us how this very last step, we went over something from nothing creation, which began with the decree as its first step. And the very last step was called exchanging. The step before that was weighing. That's when you make things real, right? You bring it down to the physical level, you give it measurable characteristics, and then exchanging referred to being able to take this thing and move it from one context to another, exchange one context or background for another, and this thing still exists. So that is what the Sefer Yetzirah is doing in the verses that we're skipping over. It's showing how you can take these 7 double letters with their meanings, start with one context, exchange it for a different one, a different one, and a different one, and it's still present, showing that this is, again, just like the 3 mother letters, sort of a fundamental pattern found in creation. Okay, let me share my screen now. And here we are, Sefer Yetzirah 4:16. And as usual, I'll start with Rabbi Kaplan's translation, the late Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan. And he translates this as 2 stones build 2 houses, 3 stones build 6 houses, 4 stones build 24 houses, 5 stones build 120 houses, 6 stones build 620 houses, 7 stones build 5,040 houses. From here on, go out and calculate that which the mouth cannot speak and the ear cannot hear. And my translation, 2 stones build 2 houses, 3 stones build 6 houses, 4 stones build 24 houses, 5 stones build 120 houses, 6 stones build 720 houses, 7 stones build 5,040 houses. From here henceforth, go and consider what the mouth is not able to speak and the ear is not able to hear. Okay, what's going on here? Well, think of a stone in the above passage as a letter, and think of a house as a word that is built from letters. In this context, the passage correctly does the math in computing that 2 words can be constructed from 2 letters. 6 words may be constructed from 3 letters, and so on. In particular, our 7 double letters yield 5,040 words or permutations. Okay, we're really talking about permutations you can make from these things. And through permutations and through words, we create the world that we can understand and think about. Okay, and this is actually something from something creation. Something from something creation involves taking what's already there and just making different arrangements of it. And these arrangements are what we call in mathematics permutations. And so here in this verse, it's just doing a little bit of math. It's doing it correctly. From 2 things, you can make 2 different permutations. From 3 things, you can make 6 permutations, and so on. However, The very end of the passage tells us to also focus on that which can't be put into words. In other words, consider the observer, that which does the looking. It can't be seen or heard, and yet it knows all that is to be objectively known. So don't focus just on the outside world. Turn your focus inward too, to the very core of your being, and discover that inner witness, that inner observer that sees it all. Like the Sefer Yetzirah says, from here, focus not just on the permutations in front of you, but consider what the mouth is not able to speak and the ear is not able to hear. That's the main thing. Okay, that's it for this presentation. I'll stop sharing and I'll say goodbye. Shalom. Have a good day, a good week. Go in peace, go in wholeness, and may your life be good. I hope to see you next time.